now is, how will we tell the heater to stop? How will we tell the heater to controllers? Temperature controllers. So if you are doing egg incubator, you cannot do without temperature controllers. You cannot do without temperature controllers. Another name for temperature controller is thermostat. Thermostat. Okay, so keep the names well. Maybe you are going to look for it to buy. You go to the market, you are saying, I want temperature controller, I want temperature controller. Maybe they don't know the name to be temperature controller. So, come in.
Live on YouTube, so recap.
Oh, okay.
For the purpose of those who just joined.
Okay. All right. I'll be repeating some of the things one so that it won't get boring. Okay. So, maybe you might go to the market. I'm looking for temperature controller. The people don't know what it is. Maybe there's a name they know for it, thermostat. Okay, so it's very important you know that temperature controller is the same as thermostat, basically. All right, it's the same as thermostat. So these are devices that are used to control your heater. They are used to control your heater, so that if the heater works and it increases the temperature, when it increases it to 37.8, the thermostat or the temperature controller will tell the heater to go off. Okay, you know what will happen if your heater keeps heating and crosses 37, goes to 40, 45, 60? Do you know what will happen? Your eggs will boil. In fact, they'll cook. Okay, your eggs will cook. So I have clients who have cooked over 1,000 eggs in their incubators simply because of faulty thermostats or wrong settings. Okay, you need to set your temperature controller to the temperature you want. So if you mistakenly set it to maybe 60 or 70, it will follow your instructions and that will boil your eggs. Okay, and remember, the goal is to incubate the eggs, not to boil the eggs. Okay, it happens. So if you follow us throughout this training, you'll be able to know all these things. We have clients who buy incubator, they just buy it, they don't know how to operate it, and as they are operating the machine, they'll see the numbers there, plenty, 40, 32, 35, but they don't know what it is. Okay, but through this training section, you will know the meanings of the temperatures and all those things, so that if something is going wrong, you would know. Okay.
Can you use timer instead of temperature controller?
Never. That's a good question. Okay, controlling time is different from controlling temperature. It will be very difficult to control your temperature with a timer. No, it's very difficult. Okay, yes. So there are two different parameters. Time is different from temperature. Okay, all right. So at this point, I'm going to show you some of the temperature controllers that my kit shop has in stock. Okay, we have various types. We have up to 20 types. Okay, 20 types, and each one has what work it can do. Okay, each one has what work it can do, and depending on your budget, you buy which one you can buy. All right, so this is one of the thermostats. Okay, one of the thermostats or temperature controllers. One feature you will see in all thermostats is this. What is it?
A sensor.
Sensor. Good. So every thermostat must have a temperature sensor. Repeat after me. Every thermostat must have a temperature sensor. And this sensor must be a good sensor. It is a sensor that will tell the thermostat that this is the temperature over here, so do something. Okay, so basically this simple thermostat, this is the sensor. Okay, then we have
The 12-volt heater, do you connect to battery or normal power?
no, normal power is 220 volts. Battery, the heater I showed you is 12 volts. So if you are giving 220 volts to 12 volts, let me draw it so that you will imagine what will happen. The voltage in your socket, okay, the voltage in your wall socket from ECG is averagely 220 volts, okay, and the heater I showed you is what, 12 volts. And you want to plug this into this, what will happen? See this plenty volts.
It will blow.
It will blow up. So you don't just take anything and plug anywhere. You have to ask yourself, the thing you are holding that you are going to plug, what is its voltage? Okay, so there will be a training section for us to learn voltage, current, and all these things. You just have to stay with us. Okay, so this is one simple way to know if you can plug this to this. So that was a good question. So I've answered it. This is what is coming from your socket, and you want to plug this to this, it will blow. Next question.
The one you are holding, please, how many eggs can it hatch?
Okay, all right. So there's no one answer to this. I'll say it depends on your skills. Okay, but if you ask me, this one I would use for 200 eggs and below. 200 eggs and below. Okay, if I'm going over 200 eggs, I'll use a more serious thermostat. Some of the thermostat, they are for small work. Okay, yes, there's a way to use it to even control 1,000 eggs, but it's not worth it. If the right thermostats are there, why not use the right thing? So this one I recommend for someone doing 200 eggs and below. Okay, good. Can we move on? How many minutes so far have we spent? We are not going over 90 minutes.
40 minutes.
Okay, we've done 40 minutes. All right, so maximum 90 minutes, we are out of here. All right, so I was talking about this. A thermostat will have a good sensor. And I told you the purpose of the sensor. It tells the thermostat what is happening so that the thermostat will also adjust itself. Okay, now this is in, this is out. So in means power must come in for this to work. It is an electric device. Okay, every electric device needs power for itself to work. So you have to plug this to your socket. Usually the red is live, the black is neutral. We'll come to all that, live and neutral, negative and positive. We'll come to all that. So you have to feed it with power from your socket, or let me say from ECG, for the power to come, for it to work. Okay, now the question is, you want this to control what? So from this discussion, what do we want this to control? I need an answer. What do we need this to control?
Temperature.
No. Yes, temperature, but
The heater.
the heater, exactly. So in effect, yes, temperature is correct, but the primary thing we are controlling is the heater, so that when the heater is heating and gets to the temperature we want, then it will cut it. So this is the cable that goes to our heater. Remember, our heater has 2 terminals. So you just give one terminal to this, one terminal to this, and you are done with your wiring. Is this difficult?
No.
It's not difficult. This, you get
Can you
plug.
control the bulb too?
Come again.
Can you control the bulb too?
Okay.
Using the bulb.
Okay, so now, yes, the purpose of your bulb is what?
Heat. To
Heat.
provide heat.
Yeah, so now you won't call it bulb. You'll call it what?
Heater.
Heater. So you are using your bulb as your heater. So that's your heater. You get it? If you are using the light to see, then it is a light bulb. You get it? But the moment you are using it in place of heater, it's not right to call it
My
bulb.
life is about
It's not are we good? The moment you use your bulb in place of a heater, it's not right to call your bulb anymore. It's what? Heater.
heater.
Is that clear? Good. So since you are calling your bulb heater, it means yes, you can connect your bulbs to this. Okay. Yeah. This very one can handle up to 1500 watts. It's written on it. Okay. Yes, it can handle, up to 1500 watts. For bulbs, some are 60 watts, some are 100 watts. So you can imagine, it can even carry 10 bulbs. Okay, yes, but usually these small ones, I don't like to stress them with a lot of load. Okay, that's why I'm saying I recommend it to those doing 200x and below.
Is it normal for some of the parts of incubator to be hotter than other parts?
Some of the parts of the incubator to be hotter than other parts. Okay, I'll say yes. You see, this is your incubator. Where you put your heater matters. So if your heater is here, it is close to this part. So meaning this part will be hotter than here because of the distance. I hope I've answered your question. So because of this, it means it can happen that some parts will be hotter than some parts. But that is bad because this is supposed to solve it. Number 4 is supposed to solve this. If you don't have a good fan, the purpose of the fan is to circulate the air so that everywhere will get the heat. You can't put heater here, heater here, heater here, here. No, it will be bad design. So you have one heater, then you have to get a good fan so that fan will blow the air well so that the heat will go to all corners so that some parts will not be hotter than some parts. If you have your incubator and some parts are overly hotter than some parts, that's a bad incubator. Okay, yes. So mostly those who come to me to buy parts, mostly if I tell them, oh, because we are doing 500 eggs, buy this fan, they'll say no, I have fan already. When you go, it's some small fan be in their incubator. Someone was doing 1,000 eggs. I said he should buy some fan, the F35 fan. He said, oh no, I have fan already. Then later he called me, my eggs are not hatching. I put 1,000 eggs and I get only 5 chicks hatching. And I asked a lot of questions and it came out that he was just using tiny fans that we call amp fan together with some fridge fan, what we call fridge fan. Okay, so sometimes when we tell you to buy the right parts, if you do it, it helps you. Otherwise, you go and come back and you spend double. Question?
Does polarity matter when connecting the heater to the controller?
Okay, so in electricals we have AC and DC. Okay, So when we say AC, you can say stuff that are 220 volts to 250 volts. Okay, that's mostly what we use. Okay, and the symbol there is like this. Okay, so that's alternating current. So if I don't know if you can see it here. Okay, when I come across that symbol, I'll let you know. Yes, so for alternating current, the polarity doesn't matter. Okay, it's an interesting and tricky question you asked. Okay, the originally AC, when you are dealing with this, polarity doesn't matter, so you can interchange your life and neutral, it will work. Okay, but okay, when you come to DC, where you have positive and negative, you shouldn't mix your polarity. Red should be red, black should be black. Red is usually positive and black negative, okay, or ground. So that's it about polarity. But for polarity, when you get here, do you have Ectena here? Black motor? Black motor. Complete motor. Okay. All right. In our next lecture, I'll show you the turning system. When you get here, there are some types of motors you cannot change the polarity. The polarity counts so that you can get your clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation. Okay. So the one who asked that question, he's trying to take us. Yes, he's trying to take us higher, but we have beginners amongst us, so please, we want to start small. Yes, so for now, let's say AC polarity doesn't matter. DC polarity, you stick to your polarity. Any other questions? Okay.
Can the absence of mist maker for about 3 days causes problems to the egg incubator?
That's one. The question
or
rather
the hatchability.
Yeah, the question rather should be the humidity, because if your mist maker is not working, then you ask yourself, how much humidity do you have? Is it okay? Is it too low? Is it too high? So now the question now becomes, is when my mist maker goes off for 3 days and my humidity is still low for that 3 days, will it affect it? Yes, so I'll say humidity below 50% is bad. If it's below 50% for a long time, your hatchability will drop. Yes, so some of you are trying to speed us up. I was coming to, we were going to talk about the humidity when we get the mist maker and all those things when we get here. So now let's finish with the heater. So yes, that's it about heater, and then this is one of it. So this training, okay, this training can show you a lot of things, can open your eyes to a lot of things, but you have to try and get the materials, and then just as we show you how to wire them, as simple as it looks, you try it out yourself. Okay, after wiring, when you power it, there's a way you set it. All these things will show you. Okay, so before we close, we'll tell you something about the 4 grades of classes we have, the 4 grades. All right, so that's it. This one of the thermostats, and then we also have this type. All right, this is the ZL6231A. It's a very powerful thermostat, very strong and durable. I have clients who are using this for almost 4 years and it's still working. Okay, my kit shop will get you the best brands. All right, so if we recommend some of these to you, you should know you are the right place. So this thermostat, for instance, can control your heater and it can control your turning. Okay, so depending on your budget, if you cannot get a controller to control all these 8 things, lasts very. Yes, it comes with sensor. It comes with sensor. Each sensor is a black cable. It's supposed to be a black cable. Yes. So each sensor is a black cable. Is a black cable. So this is the sensor for it. All right. And then some of the sensors have metallic. And then some of the sensors have metallic tip. For this one,